If you got a serious infection 500 years ago, you'd probably be dead. That's not dramatic. That's normal. No antibiotics, no urgent care, no prescriptions. Now go back even further. For 99% of human history, there were no doctors at all. No hospitals, no anesthesia, no sterile tools. And yet, humans survived long enough for you to be here. So how? How did ancient humans survive without doctors? Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Many didn't. Ancient life was brutal. Serious infections could kill you. Childbirth was dangerous. A deep cut from a hunt could end everything. Modern medicine protects individuals. Ancient life relied on natural selection. The strongest immune system survived. The rest often didn't. That's part of the answer. But here's where it gets interesting. Archaeologists have found skeletons with healed broken bones. Not small fractures, major breaks. A broken femur takes months to heal. You cannot walk, you cannot hunt, you cannot gather food. If that bone healed, someone carried that person, fed them, protected them, which means ancient humans survived without doctors partly because they had something just as powerful. Survival wasn't individual, it was collective. Now here's another twist. Ancient humans weren't medically ignorant. They were careful observers. If a plant reduced swelling, they used it again. If honey helped wounds heal, they remembered. If chewing willow bark reduced pain, they kept doing it. Thousands of years later, we discovered willow bark contained salicylic acid, the active ingredient in aspirin. They didn't understand chemistry. They understood patterns. That's early medicine. And there's more. Scientists have discovered skulls from over 7,000 years ago with small drilled holes. The procedure is called trepanation, basically primitive brain surgery. And here's the shocking part. Some of those skulls show healing. The patients survived. No modern tools, no antibiotics, which means they had practical knowledge, steady hands, and bodies strong enough to recover. Now let's talk about the biggest factor, your immune system. It is ancient. For hundreds of thousands of years, it fought bacteria, viruses, and parasites without pharmaceutical help. The people whose immune systems failed didn't pass on their genes. The ones who survived did. You are descended from people whose bodies healed, whose wounds closed, whose infections didn't win. That's biological filtering over thousands of generations. But here's another important piece. Ancient humans lived in environments their bodies were designed for. They moved constantly. They ate unprocessed food. They had low sugar intake. They lived in tight social groups. Many modern diseases, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, chronic stress disorders are strongly linked to lifestyle. Ancient humans didn't avoid doctors. They avoided some of the diseases that require doctors today. That doesn't mean life was better. Infant mortality was high, life expectancy was lower, injuries were risky. But the species survived because their bodies were resilient, their knowledge accumulated, their tribes supported the injured, and natural selection strengthened the population over time. So how did ancient humans survive without doctors? 4 reasons. Strong immune systems shaped by evolution, generational knowledge of medicinal plants, deep social cooperation, and harsh natural selection. Modern medicine didn't create human survival. It improved it. It made survival safer, longer, less brutal. But the foundation, the immune system, the healing response, the social instinct, was already there. And maybe that's the most fascinating part. Your body still carries the blueprint of a world without hospitals. The real question is, if we had to live in that world again, would we still be as strong as the people who came before us?